Good morning, class 12th. Welcome to the business study period. The chapter directing is in progress, and today we are doing another element of directing, that is leadership. What is the meaning of leadership? In common sense, if we talk, the person who can lead a group of people is known as a leader. The person who can influence the behavior of other is known as a leader. The person who can influence the behavior of others to achieve the goal of the organization is known as a leader. तो जो व्यक्ति एक ग्रुप को, एक लोगों के समूह को किसी बिजनेस के गोल को अचीव करने के लिए लीड करता है, दैट पर्सन इज नोन एज ए लीडर एंड दैट प्रोसेस इज नोन एज लीडरशिप. It includes, number one, it is the process of influence, as I told. What is the meaning of influence? Here influence means who can convince others ki what is right, what is wrong. That is known as influential power. Influence is always for achievement of common goal. That is another important thing. If you are influencing others for non-constructive work, that is not leadership. It should be towards the achievement of the goal. Next is there must be minimum 2 or more person to whom we can influence to others. That is, a group of people are required. Then only a leadership process will take place. And another important thing about leadership is the influence should be to get the willing cooperation of the employees. It should not be forced. अगर हमारे नीचे जो काम कर रहे हैं, जो ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हैं, वो अपनी मर्जी से, अपने दिल से हमारे इन्फ्लुएंस में आके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के गोल को अचीव करने के लिए कोऑपरेट करते हैं, देन ओनली इट इज़ नोन एज लीडरशिप. तो दिस ऑल फोर स्टेटमेंट इंक्लूड्स इन द मीनिंग ऑफ लीडरशिप. फीचर्स वेरी सिंपल. नंबर वन, लीडरशिप इंडिकेट्स द ability of an individual to influence other, as I discussed now. Leadership tries to bring change in behavior of other. If we have good leadership quality, so we can change the behavior of the people who are working under us. Their negativity can be converted into positivity. They can be motivated to work more hard to achieve the goal of the organization, that is to change the behavior. Leadership shows interpersonal relationship between leader and followers. If our interpersonal relations are not good here means if our subordinates are not listening to us, our relations are not good with our subordinates, then it is not a leadership. Leadership is to achieve common goal, and leadership is a continuous process. It never ends. It ends only when organization ends. So these were some features. Now let us discuss different styles of leadership. So there are three kinds of leadership, dear friends. Number one, autocratic leadership. Number two, participative leadership. And number three, free or reign leadership. So first let us start with the autocratic or authoritative leadership. It is a leadership in which there is one leader who works as a boss. All authorities are lying with him. He just only give commands. He gives just order to his subordinates, and the subordinates are they are forced to follow the guidelines, the rules, and the regulations which are given by leader to the subordinates. Subordinates have no right to give suggestion. Here leader may or may not do counseling of employees. Normally he does not delegate his authority. The leader gives order and expects that subordinates, they have to follow those orders unquestioningly, means they will not raise any question and they have to adopt it. And if the work is not done, it may be penalty at that time. So that style of leadership is known as authoritative or autocratic leadership. What could be the advantage of this kind of autocratic leadership? Here, decision can be taken quickly because there is no one to whom we have to discuss. Provides strong motivation and satisfaction to the leader who dictates terms. The leader who is having such a nature, who is adopting such a kind of leadership, he always feel motivated. I am dealing with hundreds of people and they are all supposed to listen to me. They don't have right to speak against me. So they get a different kind of satisfaction. Next is less competent subordinates are needed at lower level. Means we can apply this leadership if our subordinates are not more competent and may bring positive result when great speed is required. When work is to be done at a faster rate, then only such kind of leadership is more powerful. Disadvantage leads to frustration and low morale among subordinates because subordinates don't have power to speak anything, to give suggestion, to make a request. That's why subordinates get frustrated, their morale goes down. Initiative level of subordinates goes down. Subordinates just follow the order, they never take initiative, they never come out with their own thoughts, new ideas, new suggestions. That's why their initiative level, their initiative power goes down. Potential and creativity of subordinates are also not utilized. Even there may be many subordinates who are good in work, they are capable, they are skilled, they have new ideas, but all this such kind of creativity ends because subordinates don't have right to speak anything. Next disadvantage is no development of subordinates take place. Subordinates are not developed, they remain subordinates only. If promotion is required, means if a higher post is to be filled up, it will be very difficult to promote from lower level to upper level. Where such kind of leadership can work easily, number one, where subordinates are uneducated, unskilled and lack of knowledge, then only autocratic leadership can work nicely. कंपनी फॉलोज फियर एंड पनिशमेंट डिसिप्लिनरी टेक्निक. किसी कंपनी में डर का वातावरण की ज़रूरत होती है और काम न करने पर पनिशमेंट दी जाती है, वहीं पर ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप चल सकती है. एंड लीडर प्रेफर्स टू डोमिनेट इन डिसीजन मेकिंग, और लीडर्स जो है वो अपनी डिसीजन को दूसरों पे थोपना चाहते हैं. नॉर्मली इन प्रैक्टिकल सच काइंड ऑफ लीडरशिप इज़ नॉट फाउंड जनरली. Adolf Hitler is one example where such kind of leadership was there. Next is democratic or participative leadership, as the name indicate. Here, leader does not take all the decision himself. First, he discussed with his subordinates. He takes their ideas, suggestions. He consults with them. He delegates authority and responsibility. He decentralizes the authority, and after discussing with all the subordinates, then with the majority decision is taken, then such kind of leadership is known as democratic leadership. What are the advantages, sir? So simple. Number one, improves the job satisfaction and morale of the employees. Employees बहुत खुश होते हैं, उनको एक job satisfaction मिलता है because they know that we will be discussed with the company when the decisions are to be taken. Improve decision making ability of subordinates. Subordinates ability increases because they are also the participant in decision making. Develops positive attitude and reduces labor turnover. Labor या subordinates जल्दी से organization को छोड़ते नहीं हैं. They have their own importance in the organization. Quality of decision improves because decision is not taken by one person. There are more than one heads who are taking such kind of decision, and leadership multiply his abilities through contribution of his followers. और इससे leadership की भी जो ability है वो बढ़ जाती है. Disadvantage, when we have such kind of leadership, there may be the time consuming because our decision is to be discussed with others before taking it. Sometime it may not yield positive result when subordinate prefer minimum interaction. It means even the leadership is of democratic nature, but if subordinates are not coming forward, they are not showing their interest in decision making, then result may not come positive. Leader may pass the work to his subordinates and abdicate responsibility. It means इस प्रकार की लीडरशिप में कई बार लीडर पूरी की पूरी काम को अपने सबॉर्डिनेट को छोड़ देते हैं और अपनी दायित्व से मुक्त हो जाते हैं। एंड कंसल्टेशन विद सबॉर्डिनेट मे बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ साइन ऑफ इनकॉम्पिटेंस ऑफ लीडर्स। इट मीन्स sometimes subordinates feel that our leader is not efficient, that's why he is giving all these things to us. Suitability, where it can work, when goal of the company is to increase job satisfaction, when leaders want to share decision making with the subordinates, and when subordinates have accepted the goal of the organization. Nayan Murthy's company is one of the good example where democratic leadership was adopted. And the third and most effective another type is free reign or laissez-faire leadership. It is a leadership in which entirely delegation of authority or decentralization is done. All authority and responsibilities passes over to the subordinates. All the subordinates, according to their level, skill and post, they take the decision. Just leader is there to help them only. He never interferes in their work. Such kind of leadership is known as free reign or laissez-faire leadership. Advantages: positive effect on the job satisfaction and morale of subordinates, maximum scope of development of subordinates, इससे subordinates की development बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, full utilization of potential and capacity of employees, और employees का पूरा utilization अच्छी तरह से होता है. Disadvantages: subordinates don't get the guidance and support of leaders, क्योंकि लीडर टाइम टू टाइम उनके काम में इंटरफेयर नहीं करते हैं, उनको गाइड नहीं करता है. It ignores the contribution of leader. If each and everything is done by the subordinates, then there is no contribution of leader. This is another important drawback of such kind of leadership. And subordinate may work in different direction, result in chaos. Every subordinate has his own mind setup, his own attitude. If he if each subordinate take decision in his own way, then there may be chaos in the organization. Suitability: subordinates are well trained and highly knowledgeable, then such kind of leadership can be applicable. And subordinates are self-motivated and are ready to resume responsibilities, then such kind of leadership can be adopted easily. Now these are some differences between all these three leadership. You have to do yourself. Mr. Rajiv, this is one of the few examples are given over here where such kind of leadership is applicable easily. Now another important of directing element is over, that is leadership. Thank you very much.